Those people always knew you were great. They always knew you were intelligent. They always knew you were wise beyond your years. They always knew that your heart was big as fuck. They always knew. They always knew. Everything that you subconsciously were trying to prove to the people around you by overextending yourself, over-explaining, over-giving, overcompensating for where they lacked, all of that they already knew. And they knew that you didn't know. And they weaponized your empathy. They weaponized your ignorance, okay? The only reason that you doubt yourself the way that you do now, doubt what you believe to be true about the people that you're dealing with, the environments that you're in, what you're able to achieve, what you're able to attract on your own accord. The only reason that you doubt yourself is because the company that you have kept thus far has instilled micro seeds of doubt in you up until this point. And the reason that Mercury retrograde was bringing it all to the head was so God could get you to see that you were always exactly who you thought you were. You were always that girl. You were always that guy. You're a lover with a genuine heart, but everybody always tried to paint you out to be the bad guy. You were always that person. You are exactly who you think yourself to be. And they know it too. They knew it too. But they profited off of your ignorance. They profited off of you not knowing that. Because when you don't know who you are, you continuously give to try to receive validation of what you think yourself to be. If I love them harder, maybe they'll love me back, and that'll validate to me that I am that lover girl and I deserve it. You were always that, babe. That's why you gave so abundantly. And those people benefited off of the fruits, but they didn't benefit off of harvest season. They didn't benefit off of when you were in the dirt and you were really putting that work in, trying to get your garden started, pulling the weeds out. They weren't there for that. And if they were there, they probably contributed to the suffering of it. They didn't offer support. They didn't offer shelter. They didn't hydrate you on them hot days when you was out there working for your damn self. They didn't contribute to that. But they want all access to the fruits. And because your heart is so big, you were willing to give it. But guess what? That's exactly why God brought that shit to the head now. That's why he brought it to light now. Because that influx of abundance, that divine inheritance that you're meant to receive, it's here. It's right here. It's literally right here. But as long as you're still trying to prove yourself to those people around you who always saw you, you're going to give your blessings away. And God can't have that. He's not blessing no mess. God does not bless no mess. So I'm not going to pay it forward if everything that I gave to you after all your hard work, you're just going to give it away to the same people that were manipulating you. He's not going to do that. And so he had to shine light on the areas where you were leaking your energy, where you were giving to people who didn't deserve it. And the only reason that they didn't deserve it was because they were leeching from you what they refused to cultivate for themselves. And God is fair and just, always. That was not fair or just to you. For you to be the one to put the work in, to receive the fruits, and to so effortlessly give it away to people who refuse to put that time in for themselves. Because they knew that you would do it. And they knew that you didn't know that you were doing it and giving it away, so they could continue to profit off of that while not doing nothing. God said no more. And that's why so much clarity has come up in these past 2-3 weeks. Those friends that you thought were your friends, but you deep down inside, you had a nudge, you had a feeling. Every time you come around them, shit feels a little weird. Every time you accomplish something, they're the quietest ones in the background, barely clapping. And you couldn't understand why. Because when it's their turn, you the loudest one. You screaming from the bleachers. God is showing you why. You can't hide it anymore. You can't run from it anymore. They can't hide it anymore. The masks are slipping. And whether you choose to face it or not, you're seeing things for what they really are. And as much as it may sting, please recognize this for the blessing that it is. Please don't let this go over your head. Don't let these people continue to block the blessings that are inherently yours. God says, I have everything that you have prayed for in this beautifully woven handbasket with a bow and a tag with your name on it, and I'm ready to give it to you. But as long as you keep these people around you that you know are leeching from you, you will not receive it. As long as you keep pouring energy into this job that you know is never going to promote you, they're never going to celebrate you for all the hard work and long hours that you put in. They constantly treat you like shit because they know that you're the person that's going to get it done while they profit off of it. I'm not going to bless you, because God needs you to stand on business for yourself. So when them blessings come in, you stand with conviction and say, no, these are mine, because I worked my ass off for them. I put in those hours for them. I leaned into God the way that I was supposed to. I leaned into myself. I trusted myself. That hard truth that people spend their entire lives running from, you faced it on a daily. Do you know how much power that takes? Do you know how much love that takes? How much intentionality that takes? How much courage that takes? You deserve everything that you've prayed for. You deserve all of it. But as long as those people, those situations, those circumstances, those environments that you're clinging on to, that are leeching from you and you know about it, you're blocking your own blessings. It's time to let it go. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's your baby daddy, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your cousin, your best friend that you've known for 20 years. I don't give a damn. It does not matter who they are. God don't care about none of that. The meaning and the titles that we place on these people, on these circumstances, on these places, they're only personal to us because we make them so. We give them meaning. We give them title. Okay? God don't care about none of that. Honor yourself first. Honor yourself first, and everything else will come in. That's not from a cocky standpoint. That's not from an arrogant space that says, fuck everybody. But fuck everybody. A little bit. But that's not from a space of arrogance that says, I don't have the capacity to give a damn about nobody else. It's not about that. It's your heart posture. God knows your heart. And when you're a person who leads from love and does everything with love and integrity, you don't have to worry about being performative. You don't have to worry about being extra nice and overly kind and overly giving to try to compensate for where these people are lacking. You don't have to do that. Those who were last are now coming first. And those who were coming first are now going last. Because God sees the imbalance. He's seen everything that you've done. He sees all the integrity, all the love, all the outpour, how you did the right thing even when nobody was looking. Even when nobody was looking, you picked that shit up. You threw it away. You said hello to somebody that you saw was having a bad fucking day just because. When everybody else was... God sees you. He sees everything. And he chooses you. Right now. Every day. He chooses you every day. And it's time for you to choose you. Not those other people. It's time to choose you.